Got it.
All right, welcome everyone. My name is Robin Elander, and I'm the Executive Director for Downtown Organization of Santa Barbara. This has been a long-time collaboration between the Santa Barbara Independent and the Downtown Organization. And today we're talking about all things summer solstice. And I have two really good friends here, Mariano Silva with the Brazilian Cultural Arts Center, and then the Summer Solstice Executive Director, Penny Little, who is celebrating this year the 50th anniversary of Summer Solstice. So we're so excited. Penny, let's start with you. How are planning efforts going for this year's festival, and what can we expect?
Well, it's going to be an amazing year because it is the 50th anniversary. And, it's not every day one turns 50, right? And so we've been wanting to make it really special, all the events leading up to it, to bring people together, bring the community together. And of course, there was a historical museum exhibition, which was amazing. And it's still there, and it's going to be there through June 27th. So if people haven't seen that, they should go out and check it out, because you might even see yourself there. It really is showing the history of the summer solstice from the very beginnings. And I've been learning so much about that since I initiated the Legacy Project. But anyway, we have floats happening. We have ensembles happening. We have the workshop at 631 Garden Street. It's open every day now, 3 to 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, noon to 6. And if you've ever wanted to be in the parade, that's one of the biggest happenings right now, and to volunteer and do stuff with us, because we're looking for collaborators. Upcoming events.
Hold on, let's take a step back.
We have so much.
Let's take a step back so that people can learn a little bit more about the history of solstice and a little bit about how we got to now. And that way we can at least kind of have a perspective on this 50th anniversary celebration. And then, of course, I want to make a good amount of time so that we can go into Mariano's involvement over the years and also what he's up to this year. So, and first, before we go into that, I want to welcome Richelle from the Independent, who's just joined us. How are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you, Robin?
Doing real good. So we're just diving in here and asking Penny a little bit more. So can you just tell us, there's some really special history about summer solstice and its early beginnings with Michael Gonzalez. Can you just share just a little bit about that history?
Well, I've been learning about it by interviewing people for the Legacy Project. And it started with just a few people, like maybe 4 people walking down the street saying, hey, let's do my birthday on the street and we'll do some mime stuff. And of course, Michael and a lot of artists lived at this place called the Park Theater. And so there was a collaborative thing happening over there. And so they had so much fun. They said, hey, let's do this again next year. And they did, but now 100 and some odd people came, and they were having such a good time. They said, well, maybe we've got to get a permit and do it again next year. And so it grew from being this very small thing, and then it met up with Michael Felcher's music festival, which happened in the Sunken Gardens. And basically, the May 1st was Michael's birthday, and they said, well, we can move it to June, near the solstice. That's when this music festival is. And so they decided to collaborate. And from that moment on, the parade ended for a while at the courthouse. And so there's so much history here, but that's kind of the early, and now it's grown from this little homespun thing, and it's still homespun, to bringing like 100,000 people to town.
It's really incredible.
And regional. Yeah,
the history is incredible, immense. And one part that you should maybe mention is, how about that part that has always been only art, no words? What is that part all about?
Well, from the very beginning, they wanted to be about art. Everyone I interviewed said, it's about art, expressing art, bringing art to the community. That was the whole idea. But the no words, no symbols, they got kind of a little restricted, and they used that restriction to their advantage because it was a political time. And the police and everybody in the city were afraid that it would turn into a protest. And to circumvent that and to keep it from becoming corporate and controlled by words, but controlled mostly by the expression of art and creativity, they kept that rule along with a few others. It's people powered, no electric vehicles. We try to repurpose materials. So it's kept the essence of those originators.
Awesome. Well, I want to come back to you in a moment to learn more about what's happening this year and what you've been up to so far. Mariano, tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement in Solstice over the years.
Well, I arrived in Santa Barbara in 2001 and January 26th, matter of fact. And then I got involved with the solstice right that year, but it was my first time. I was dancing with Vanessa Isaac back in the day. That was my first experience. Then for being coming to the city, that I think everything fall in the right place because come to the city that we decided this festival like solstice in the northern region of Brazil is something that happened every weekend, right? There's a reason to celebrate. Brazil is always loud and with music and costume and all the festivities have every weekend pretty much throughout the year. So when I came up to Santa Barbara, I felt, oh my God, I'm at home. Wow, this festival is
I
amazing.
can have a good time here too.
Yeah, I started at home. Then I started doing capoeira throughout the street, and I have this vision. I said, one day I'm going to put up a big group on this parade, and try to bring I learned from my folks in Brazil. And the first time that I did the parade was interesting that I had a little cart, those carts that they use in the hotel to deliver food to the rooms, and I have a small powered speaker, and I was holding the microphone, and like somebody was pushing, and I have two drums dancing with me, a drum and dancing. And that was my first involvement. It was a parade, and since then, for the past 23 years, I've been part of the Summer Solstice Parade nonstop. Now,
23 years. That's incredible. Wow.
yes.
And so your project, or not project, but your organization that you do a lot of the training for classes and getting people prepped to be in the parade. Can you talk a little bit about that organization and the types of things that you're getting people prepared for?
Sure. So we are a nonprofit, and we are located here in Goleta, right across the Goleta Cottage Hospital. And our work in the community throughout this year is work with the arts and education. We have a larger presence at the elementary school, Boys and Girls Club, Santa Barbara Girls Inc., Police Activity League, and also the Juvenile Hall. The work that we do here is to train individuals in the art of capoeira, music, and dancing, and to send the teachers to those branches that I just mentioned, so they can use the art, the music, and dance as a tool of a social healing, right? And then with the Summer Solstice Parade, everything fits like a hand in a glove, right? So today I train lots of, I have like pretty much like 6 teachers, female teachers, strong young ladies that are helping me carry this legacy that come from 2, 3 generations in Santa Barbara. And we decided we've been doing that, like we provide classes, and that was the growth of my group to the parade of this year. I decided to host class here to workshops and decided to merge that to the Summer Solstice Parade. And today we come with I used to be the dance teacher for the parade. Now we have good teachers that's going to help lead a really large group in the parade. So it's exciting, and the work that you do here, trying to look with collaboration with other festivities, and also we host a Brazilian, which I mentioned to Penny. Penny helped me every year with the emails and outreach. Thank you, Penny. With the Brazilian Day, which we also trying to in the future use this festival as a kind of a pre-solstice warm-up in November, so, and leading to June. And this year, more importantly, is the celebration of 50 years in the Summer Solstice. Is for me is a big deal because solstice helped me launch my work into the community, you know. And very excited and honored to be a part of the festival. And matter of fact, as a musician, a singer, and drummer, I made a song just for the Summer Solstice Parade, which is gonna be releasing tomorrow.
All
Which,
right.
yes, I've been talking to musicians in Brazil, singers, and the song's pretty. I keep forgetting a little bit here, but the song's gonna be ready in all the music platforms starting tomorrow. It's my personal contribution to the Summer Solstice Parade Festival.
Oh, wow. Well, that is really incredible. I cannot wait to see that. The amount of things and the contributions you and your organization has made throughout the years has really significant. And your organization is also just one of something like 50 plus or more organizations that train in some capacity throughout the year to really just come out in full
Right.
during summer solstice. And if you can't tell, or you didn't know, I might have a real heart for summer solstice, because if you aren't aware, I was previously the summer solstice executive director. So I might have a few insider information pieces. So I'm excited about what's going to happen this year. And so let's get into it. Penny, what have you been working on so far? What are some of the lead up events that you've already done? And then what can we expect in the next week or two as we're leading up to festival weekend?
There have been so many lead up events.
Give me maybe a
we start-
highlight or two, one or two
Okay,
things
a
that you've
highlight.
done
Well, the
so
poster
far.
contest and the idea shops were at Legacy Arts Santa Barbara. And they were bringing the community together in a pre-workshop kind of situation to get people involved and excited about this year. And of course, the Historical Museum was a really wonderful opening reception. Such a well-curated show. And apparently 600 people came through that day. And that's amazing, you know, and there was an aerialist and bands and strolling musicians, and the Brascals played and inflatables outside. So we bring festivity wherever we go. June 15th is the coronation at Legacy Arts, 7 to 9 p.m. You can also still try to become the non-gendered king or queen royalty of Solstice, and there are lots of really cool prizes. And it's we have flyers for everything. You can win a night stay at the Santa Barbara Inn, dinner for two at the Palace Grill, all kinds of fun stuff. But it's going to be, you'll have till 7 till 8 to buy your tickets there, or at the workshop at 631 Garden Street. And really where it's all happening is the workshop. That is the hub, the magic where it's all happening. It's happening every day. It is the pre-event, because this is where the community comes together and works with our paid staff of artists, and they mentor and they help them build from conception and vision to reality of something very big. And so to me, that is the solstice. That's the essence. The festival, of course, where we all land, is got some new stuff happening. And we've got the new Funtopia Zone, which is the community zone, the children's zone. We have a portal sponsored again by Santa Barbara Beautiful. And we have the Santa Barbara Bowl community stage, which features young artists, features ethnic music and dance, and some performance and storytelling. And so besides all the fun stuff that's going to be, we're calling it the art activation zone, you know, because we're trying to get more of those kind of we're trying to make the festival more like Solstice itself and bring more elements of Solstice into the festival. The festival, if you want the dates and times, starts Friday at 4 p.m. at Alameda Park. And basically it's going to be called Funky Friday. And Funky Friday will feature,
correct?
The 21st, right? Not this Friday. Woo! It feels like it's this Friday. That's how it's been going this year.
I bet.
And so we're going to feature Area 51 and some other funk bands, and it opens with David Segal. So that's going to be a fun opening. And then Solstice Saturday is Solstice Saturday. And we have just lots of bands, including Will Bremen's coming back, and Something This Way Magic, and a few of the other Soul Majestic, Ray Fresco, some of the familiar names and some new names, new people coming. And then One Plant Reggae Sunday. Again, we have the reggae bands. And
Awesome.
we're just, so the festival is going to be amazing. And I think the parade with the theme Flights of Fancy, it's not just about wings, it's about your imagination. And people are just bringing their imagination. People are coming from far, far afield to come work at the workshop. We have costumer coming from Minneapolis who worked with us for many years. And we have Robbie Robbins coming back to do a float. So we have people that are just really drawn to this 50th anniversary. And it's probably going to be the best birthday party you could ever have for Solstice. And see this giant birthday card behind? People signed that at one of our events. You know, we're still doing the fundraising. We're still needing to get volunteers. You can go to the workshop or you can go to the website and there's forms you can fill out to volunteer. We really need some help here. You know,
well, let's talk about the workshop and the volunteer opportunities and how people can still get involved, because that workshop experience is really special. As you mentioned, there's quite a number of very talented artists that people can pair up with and still be involved in one of the parade floats or an ensemble. Solstice is one of those special, really special things where you can literally show up practically event day or actually event day and just buy your pass, your wristband, and get in the parade. But we want to get people there before and help with the workshop. So what are some of the opportunities that they can still help with as the finality with floats are coming together and different volunteer opportunities?
Well, at the workshop now, anyone that goes over there and volunteers, they can help paint, they can help paper mache, although the weather is making that difficult a little bit for the drying process. But there's lots of opportunity over there. They can find out what ensemble they might want to join. They can work with a costumer and make their own costume. So there's lots of opportunity to be in the parade and help there. The help we really need are the water bearers for the parade on the day of the parade, Saturday. We need some more float pushers, especially for Polly. He has one of the finales and he needs 20 float pushers, I think he told me last time. I don't know, he could probably make do with 50.
True Santa Barbara workout. That is.
Yes, it is a total workout, yeah.
Yes,
and then also we need monitors.
Santa Barbara workout.
Yeah, we need parade monitors who will be given a radio and they'll report to our head parade monitor and they'll help us with the flow of the parade. And, you know, to make sure it arrives in the park and there's not too many gaps. We're trying to make this one big show from start to finish and to have a consistency throughout. You know, we're working on that. And so that's part of that. And then we need VIP hosts along the parade route for the VIP seating. We need VIP hosts in the VIP garden inside the beer and wine. And also new this year, we're selling fast entry for $20 to a shaded area, seated area inside the beer garden. And that's going up this week because there aren't that many left and there are hardly any VIP seats left. So you can tell it was, you know,
you're moving and shaking and
here.
there's a lot of goodness going on there. So you heard Penny, there's over 100 different volunteer opportunities with this organization for this festival weekend, and there are still opportunities available. If folks have never been to the parade and they are considering going this year, they've heard about it, they've just moved to the area, somehow they're finding out about Solstice for the first time, when should they come out, set up a chair, or where is the parade going to be this year? I know, but I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I know. The parade starts at Ortega and Garden Street, which is where the workshop is. That makes it a little bit convenient. So the floats push out from there and then they go up the street, Santa Barbara Street, all the way to Alameda Park. Starts at noon. There are viewing areas for the VIPs and the seniors at De La Guerra and Canon Perdido. And if you don't know anything about it, you probably want to get there on the day of around 11 to find the place you want to hang out, you know, just along the street all the way up to Sola, because that's where the end of the parade is ending. And also on Friday, you are allowed to put your chairs out, except in front of Canon Perdido and De La Guerra. There's sidewalks there that are going to be designated for the seniors and for the handicapped and for the VIP areas. So anywhere after 6 on Friday, if you have chairs, you can put them out.
Wonderful.
But not
That is so much good stuff happening this year. I can't wait to see it all come together. Let's scoot over to Mariano and just learn a little bit more about what you have planned specifically this year. And you've got an after party planned and you've been scheming things up. So tell us what's happening.
So this year I've been planning since beginning of last year for the specific year. We've been working really bit hard around the clock to put up a big capoeira show in the parade. You know, like a very colorful samba dancers, and the music this year gonna be amazing. They have a big surprise too, as our lineup of drum this year. We changed completely the setup. I decreased the size of the float to be something more focused on the sound system. So our drummers this year is going to be walking and running and marching, hang the drums over their head,
Okay.
the go festivities. That's our way to celebrate the 50th anniversary. And right after, we do a VIP party for our sponsors and donors and parents. That's going to be at the El Hakama Theater, right behind the Plaza restaurant area. There's a beautiful garden with that. So we will be doing like an after parties, carnival kind of style celebration with music, live music as well. And that's been happening, this after party thing. It was been happening actually for the past 15 years. Used to be at the Tarnac Club, Ortega and State Street. Then we should do a Wildcat. Then we should do a Casa de la Guerra. And every year keep changing location. Last year we did like at El Presidio, and this year doing right across at this location. And it's exciting. And we're gonna have like a dancers, samba performance, Brazilian music, band, 2 bands. So this is pretty much what we're gonna be doing for the social.
Wonderful.
Doing and
Well,
after.
you know, I forgot something really important.
Oh, no worries. Well, we're coming back to you. Don't worry. You can
Okay,
say
he just
way more
reminded me of all the
information.
things
Don't
he's
worry.
doing. He just reminded me of 4 other things we're doing.
Okay, no problem. Well, Mariano, that sounds like a really special party, and I sure know that you know how to put on a great experience for people. So we're excited about that. If people want to learn more about that after party, how can they find out about it?
They can go to the dance805.com, that's our website, or dance805.com. All the information being listed right there, just for the solstice and for the after party as well.
Beautiful. Okay. And Penny, what did you want to share? Was that about the event on June 20th?
June 20th, yes.
Okay, tell us what's
Sitting
happening
right in
that
front of me
day.
and I forgot about it. It's so
That's
funny.
Thursday before the festival weekend, and you've got some things planned hopping around downtown, correct?
That's right. It's called the Flights of Fancy Art Crawl. And it's from 5 to 8 p.m. And the reason for it is we got the Tobes Fund for Performing Arts grant to bring new performance art into the parade, new artists and new ideas. And so one of the requirements of the grant is that they do a rehearsal performance on State Street. So we engaged different businesses, 12 different businesses, to give discounts between 5 and 8. Some of them are giving lunch and dinner to the workshop, and some of them are giving other stuff, but they're all participating. And some of the artists are going to perform very short little pieces at different places, different times, including a group going up to the El Encanto, which was just an add-on. We have like Jill's, we have places a little bit off state. The original idea was to bring Solstice back to State Street, some element, and, pump up the businesses on State Street the day before we got going on in the festival. And so, yeah, I'm really excited about it because, we have all these businesses that are, involved, and they're all excited.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Well, that is going to be a really fun time. If folks want to learn more about that event, but also all the things that are happening with Summer Solstice this year, where should they look online?
They should look at our website, and it's solsticeparade.com. And yeah, they can find our calendar of events. They can find out all these different things that are happening. They'll find out the band lineups and where they might want to go for the festival, those kinds of things.
Beautiful. Well, Thank you so much, Penny and Mariano, for sharing. I'm going to send it over to Richelle now so that she can share what is happening with the Independent, what you have coming up, and are you excited about Summer Solstice?
Yes, I cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I believe we're also going to be having some coverage of summer solstice in one of our upcoming issues. So be on the lookout for that. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, we're really looking forward to the partying and the parade and all the activities going on. And for us at the Independent, one of our biggest things that we've just launched is our best of nomination round. So if you have any businesses, or maybe your podiatrist is really good, or maybe you have a great dentist, or you want to vote for your local winery, head to bestofindependent.com and you can nominate them. You have to nominate in at least 20 categories, but we're hoping to get in lots of nominations for our Best of Santa Barbara. And we'll start our voting round later on. But nominations are open from now until July 3rd, which is really exciting for us. And then we're going to have some upcoming projects. We have our green guide that's going to be launching a little bit later, coming up in June here and kind of going throughout the rest of the next year. So we've partnered with Blue Dot Living on that. So be on the lookout for some green conscious, green energy, conservation, and home and gardening kind of stuff that's going to be coming from us in a month or so. And then we have a few other little fun things. We're doing an online photo gallery for graduates and dads. So if you have, if you're graduating, or if you want to celebrate your dad with a message, you can head to our online photo gallery for that. And then be on the lookout for Indie Hops information, which will be coming in July. We're excited for that.
Beautiful. There's so many things going on in this community. It's really
Exactly.
exciting to hear about those upcoming events. I would also like to share a few things that the downtown organization is producing. So right now we have recently launched our summer music series on State Street. It's every Wednesday. Last Wednesday was the very first one that we did in this series. So it's every Wednesday in June and July on the 700 block of State Street. Right outside of APNA and Best Barbecue, we have some bands that are performing on the street there. And that is from 5:30 to 7:30 through June and July. So that's our big focus this time for the summer. And we also will be really highlighting quite a number of different things that our community members are doing. So each week we have our What's Happening Downtown e-newsletter. And so we curate that, and it is jam-packed every week with things that our business community, our artistic community, our cultural theater community is doing. So make sure you're checking out some of those happenings. There is quite a bit going on. So if you're interested in checking those out on our website, or if you're not on our e-newsletter, you can go to our website at downtownsb.org and sign up there, and also find out about everything else. So I cannot wait to see you all around downtown for Summer Solstice festivities, or for any of these things that are coming up. Hope to see you maybe tonight at the live music series, or next week. We also have a little extra highlight with World Dance for Humanity, which is a group that participates in Solstice. They're doing a little pop of and an interim break during this week and next week's performance, that we have a live band playing. So that is all we have for time for today. I look forward to seeing you guys sometime soon. So we'll see you around downtown.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Nice to see you all.
Right.
Hi, have a good one.
Bye.
Yes, thank you.